Good morning class. Today in this lecture we are going to discuss our next point in a switching is packet switching and their types. Packet switching having a two types, that is datagram network approach and the virtual circuit network approach. Before going to start our today's lecture, first of all we will discuss the previous lecture's point. In third chapter we discuss the multiplexing and switching concept. In multiplexing we discuss definition of multiplexing and their types. Multiplexing having a three types, that is frequency division multiplexing, time division multiplexing and wavelength division multiplexing. Time division multiplexing also divided into two types, that is synchronous time division multiplexing and asynchronous, that is called as a statistical time division multiplexing. And the next point we discussed in a previous lecture, that is switching concept. We discussed switching means what? Switching is used for the data, that is send the data along with the different routes. And in this there are mainly three types of switching technique, that is circuit switching, packet switching and message switching. Circuit switching is mainly used for a telephone network operations which provide the transfer of voice messages, and the message switching is used for a telegraph network operations which provides the transfer of a telegrams, means a text messages. In circuit switching there are a dedicated path is fixed, means it is a fixed path in a circuit switching, but in a message switching they use a store and forward techniques in a message switching. Now in this lecture we discuss the next point in switching, that is packet switching with their types. First of all we will see what is meant by packet switching. After that we discuss the concept of datagram network approach and the virtual circuit network approach of the types of packet switching. Packet switching is a technology that splits the data in a network communications into the manageable small pieces called as a packets. It is divided into, in a diagram, it is divided into the smaller pieces or splits the data in a network communications into the smaller pieces is called as a packet. This is called as a packets. The packet switching is a switching techniques in which the message is sent in a one go, but it is divided into the smaller pieces and they are sent individually. Here in this diagram we will see that 4321, this is the data which is divided into the smaller pieces and it is sent in one go and they are sent individually. So that there is no fixed path in a packet switching. The message split into the smaller pieces known as a packet, and the packet are given a unique number to identify their order at the receiving end. At the receiving end it reaches a different sequence, so that the packet are given a unique number to identify their order. Suppose here at the sender side we send the 4321 and at the receiver side it receives the 2431. By using a unique number we identify their order at the receiving end, means resequence this message at the receiver end. Next point, every packet contains some information in its header, such as the source address, destination address and the sequence number. Each and every packet, this is a packet which contains the header information, means the header information means the source information, that is source address, destination address and the sequence number. Packet will travel across the network taking the shortest path as possible. Each and every packet take a shortest path to reach the destination, and all packets are reassembled at the receiving end in a correct order. Here sender sends this packet, but at the receiver side it receives this type of packets, that is 2431. At the receiving end it reassembles, means rearrange by using the unique number to identify. If any packet is missing or corrupted, then the message will be sent to resend the messages, means at the packet or at any is missing or corrupted, then the message is resent. If the correct order of the packet is reached, then the acknowledgement message will be sent. Suppose here at the receiver side, correct packet is reached, means correct order of packet is reached, then it sends the acknowledgement message to the sender, that is the message has been received at the receiver end. This is the packet switching, means at the packet switching the packets means the smaller pieces divided in its message is split into smaller pieces called as a packets, and it contains the unique number. Each and every packet contains the unique number and it uses the shortest path to reach the destination. This is called as a packet switching. Next point is the advantages of packet switching and the disadvantages of packet switching. First advantage is cost efficient, effective. In packet switching, the switching device do not require the massive secondary storage to store the packets. Like a message switching, it does not require any secondary storage to store the each and every packet, so that the cost is minimized to some extent. Therefore, we can say that the packet switching technique is a cost effective technique. Reliable. If any node is busy, then the packets can be rerouted. Suppose if anyone is busy, then the packets are rerouted. This ensures that the packet switching technique provides the reliable communication. Next is efficient. Packet switching is an efficient technique, means it does not require any establishment path prior to the transmission. Means like a circuit switching, there is no dedicated path, that is the fixed path for transmitting the data. Means in a packet switching is an efficient technique, means it does not require any establishment path, and many users can use the same communication channel simultaneously. Simultaneously you can use the same communication channel, hence makes use of available bandwidth very efficiently. This is the advantages of packet switching. Next is the disadvantages of packet switching. Packet switching technique cannot be implemented in those applications that require the low delay and the high quality services. At the high quality services and low delay requirement, at that application it is not used or implemented. The protocols used in packet switching technique are very complex and requires the high implementation cost. In packet switching, which are the protocols are used are very complex and requires high implementation cost. So this is the disadvantages of packet switching. Next, if the network is overloaded or corrupted, then it requires the retransmission of lost packets. Means at the receiver end, suppose some network are overloaded or some packets are corrupted, then it retransmits the lost packets and it will lead to the loss of critical information if errors are not recovered, means not recovered. This is the also disadvantages of packet switching. Next point is the datagram network approach. This is the type of a packet switching. In datagram network approach of a packet switching, each packet is considered as a totally independent packet from the all others. It is not dependent to each other, means it is totally independent from all others, even when there are multiple packets sent by the same source to the same destination. Even when there is a same source to the same destination, and each message or each packet is independent of all other the packets from point of view of the network and can follow the different paths. Means here 4321, this is the packets, this is 4321, this is a frame, or 4 is a packet, 3 is a packet, 2 is a packet and 1 is a packet. 4 or a 3 or 2 or 1, it chooses the different paths, means it is not dependent to each other. In this example, all the 4 packets or a datagrams, you can also say that a datagram belongs to the same messages. It contains the same message but may travel in a different paths. In this figure, you will see that this is a 3141 or 2, it choose this path, 3 will choose this path and the 4 may choose this path, means it is independent. Suppose it having a same path, means in this example all 4 packets belong to the same message but may travel in a different paths to reach their destination. This is so because the links may involved in carrying the packet from other sources and do not have the necessary bandwidth available to carry all the packets from A to X. This approach can causes the datagrams of the transmission to arrive at the destinations out of order with the different delays between the packets. Means first of all, suppose one packet is arrived at the destination site, after that 4 packet is arrived, after that 3 packet is arrived, after that 2 packets is arrived. Means the sequence of a sender sends the 4321 and receiver receives that 2341. Means this approach can cause the datagrams of a transmission to arrive at their destination out of order with a different delay between the packets. It receives at the destination side with the different delays, and the packets may also lost or dropped because of the lack of resources. And the datagram network are sometimes referred to as a connectionless networks. Means there is a no fixed path, so that it is a connectionless network. Next is the advantages and disadvantages of datagram network approach. Datagram network approach is a connectionless service, means there is a no need for the reservation of resources, as there is a no dedicated path for a connection sessions. Means like a circuit switching network, there is a no need to reservation of resources, means there is a no required dedicated path for a connection sessions. First of all, advantages of datagram approach. First is a no call setup phase is required. Like a circuit switching, there is a no call setup phase is required in a datagram network approach. More flexible because routing can be used to avoid the congestion port of the network, and cheaper in cost as compared to other approaches. It is cheaper in cost. Disadvantages of datagram network approach is the packet are forwarded slowly as compared to the virtual circuit approach. Means it is comparatively slowly as compared to virtual circuit approach. Means it forwards the packet slowly. Next point is a virtual circuit network approach. This is the second type of a packet switching network. In this approach, establish a logical connection between sending and receiving devices called as a virtual circuit. Means like a circuit switching network, it creates a logical connection between sending and receiving devices, so that it is called as a virtual circuit network. Virtually it creates a logical connections, means logically it creates a connection. In virtual circuit approach, pre-planned the routes established before any packet sent. Before any packet sends, it creates a pre-planned route. And in this approach, call request and call accept packets establish a connection. In a virtual circuit network can provide a sequencing and a error control. It provides the sequencing, means first it sends, suppose sender sends the 4321 these packets. At the receiving end, it receives that 4321. Like a datagram packet, it not received a 1423. It request, means it is a sequencing and the error control technique. In this approach, packets are forwarded more quickly as compared to the datagram circuit switching network. It is a connection oriented. Datagram is a connectionless because there is no dedicated path established between sender and receiver. But in a virtual circuit network, there is a virtual path or a logical connection is required while sending a data, so that it is connection oriented, meaning that there is a reservation of resources like buffers, CPU and bandwidth, etc. The first it sends the packet, reserves the resources at the server along with the path, and the subsequent packets will follow the same path as the first send the packet for the connection time. Since all packets are going to follow the same path, a global header is required. Here in this technique, a global header, only one header is required for the first packet. So only the first packet of the connection requires the global header, and the remaining packets generally do not require any global headers. And since all the packets follow the same specific path and the packets are received in order at the destination, means it is at the receiving end, it is packets are received in order at the destination. Next point is the example of virtual circuit switching. In this example, consider a network in which sender wants to send the data, and this can be diagrammatically represented as follows. In this diagram, the first term sends the packet, reserves the resources at each server along with the path, and the subsequent paths or subsequent packets will follow the same path. Here, this is the packets, it follow the same path like a one. First packet, that is one packet, reserves the resources at the end of along with the path at each server along with the path, and the subsequent packets, that is T2, follow the same path which is followed by the 1. Here it sends from this dedicated path or a logical connections, or it creates the logical paths between sender and receiver, so that it is received at the receiver end quickly as compared to datagram packets. And these packets are received at a specific path, means it follows the specific path, so that the packets are received in order, means here sender sends the 3 to 1, at the receiving end it also receives the in order at the destination, that is 3 to 1. This is called as a virtual circuit approach. Next point is the advantages of virtual circuit approach and the disadvantages of virtual circuit approach. A virtual circuit provides the packet sequencing and error control. It provides the sequencing, means packets are sent in a sequencing manner, and it provides or it controls error. Packet forwarding is fast and quick as compared to datagram switching, and the multiple packets sent by the same source to the same destination. This is the advantages of virtual circuit network approach. Next is the disadvantages of virtual circuit network approach. Loss of the nodes, losses to all circuits through that node, so it is less reliable, means it is less reliable because of the loss of nodes, which losses all the circuits through that node. So it is less reliable as compared to the other technique. It is less flexible than the other approach, and the cost is high than the datagram approach because the dedicated paths are created. Next point is the difference between virtual circuit and the datagram network. In the virtual circuit, it is connection oriented, means there is a reservation of resources like buffers and bandwidth, etc. for the time during which is the newly set up of virtual circuits is going to be used by the data transfer of sessions, means it created a dedicated path, means it is a connection oriented. It is connectionless because there is no need for a reservation of resources, as there is no dedicated path for the connection session. Next point is a virtual circuit network uses a fixed path for the particular session, after which it breaks the connection and the another path has to set up for the next and the next session. But in a datagram network, it is a datagram based network is a true packet switched network because there is no fixed path for a transmitting data. All the packets follow the same path, and hence the global header is required only one for the first packet of the connection, and the other packet will only follow the first packet. But in a datagram packets, every packet is free to choose any path, and hence all packets must be associated with the header information, that is source information and the upper layer data, means the sequence number, source information, destination information, etc. The packet reach in order to the destination as the data follows the same path. The packets are reached at the destination side in order, but in a datagram packet switching or a datagram network switching, Data packets reach the destination in a random order, which means that they need not reach in order in which they were sent out. Means suppose 4321, these packets are sent by the source side. At the receiver side, it receives 1423 because the packets, each and every packets is free to choose any path, so that the packets are reached at the destination side in not in a order. Virtual circuits are highly reliable and the datagram networks are not reliable as a virtual circuit. This is the difference between virtual circuit switching and the datagram network switching technique. Next point is the comparison between the circuit switching and packet switching. Circuit switching means the dedicated transmission path, means a fixed path is required in a circuit switching network. Or in this approach, each packet is considered as a totally independent packet from the all other. And a packet switching network, here in a circuit switching, the communication is performed through a dedicated path. And in a packet switching, there is no dedicated path exists for the communication purpose. In circuit switching, continuous transmission of data means it provides the real time or a continuous transmission of data. But in packet switching, transmission of packets means the provides the near real time data transmissions. Here messages are not stored like a message switching. Here the packets may be stored until the delivered. Means in a packet switching, it may stored until it delivered the packets at the destination. It requires a fixed bandwidth. It requires a dynamic bandwidth. After the call setup, no overhead bits. Overhead bits in each packet. Used in a telephone network, circuit switching is used in a telephone network and the packet switching is used in internet operations. This is the comparison between the circuit switching and packet switching. This is all about the multiplexing and switching techniques. In switching techniques, there are the three types, that is the packet, message switching and the circuit switching. And the packet switching again divided into the two types, that is the datagram network approach and the virtual circuit network approach. Next, in the next lecture, we discuss the frequency hopping spread spectrum and the direct sequence spread spectrum techniques. These are the two techniques of spread spectrums. Thank you.